for the most part. And we will get the entire corner now. This being a fairly good agile tractor. And we get, actually, looks like we got most of that. And at this field, because it's narrower at this end, I can run across the edge. So there's a couple of bits I've missed back there. There's a little notch around there, and I think I missed a little bit along this edge. Not too worried about that, because in the grand scheme of things we got the entire map. So yeah, the other thing we were talking about, aging data. It takes about, I think it takes about 6 harvests to eliminate the data, but each year you go from this sort of bright colour and it gets darker and darker each year as you go, until it turns black and there is nothing to analyse. Oh, we missed some. Oh, I guess that's a thing. We'll turn that off while we line up this way. It's all good. And then round about the 7th harvest you have to reanalyze all your fields. We don't have a soil analyzer on this farm. We pay for an agronomist to come in and do the work for us. As such, while these fields are quite old data, it's not completely done. We do have probably one more harvest to go before it's a problem. Now, I'll turn this way. It looks like I can get straight back on that. But first things first. See, this field has good, perfect nitrogen. But because we haven't harvested it, the cows are just eating the grass. It never updates its environmental source. So that is one issue if you're playing precision farming with Maize Plus or animal grazing mod installed. Animal grazing doesn't count as a harvest. I would need to go into that field, cut the grass, and see where we go from there. That is too close to that shed. So there is going to be a little bit of overlap here as we do the rest of the field, but I think for the most part we're good. We're going to need to cut right up to the end to get the corner. And then that's the corner. Oh, this field is taking a bit of nitrogen here. I say that because I think we started the day out with about 1,200 litres, And we still had a fair good supply after doing that field. We're now down to 750. I think we're on auto. Yeah, we're on auto application rate. 166 litres per hectare. And we have the crop sensors on. But we're going from 0 to plus 65 on this field, for the most part. Okay, I'll run up to the top here. I'll do... No, I think... I'll take us all the way to the top of the field. I'll do this little patch to our right as the last thing I do on this field, assuming the fertilizer holds out. So, a couple more rows of this and we can get on with the next job, which... Oh, do I want to do baling or do I want to do... I'll harvest the sorghum. The sooner I can get the sorghum harvested and in the grain mill, the sooner we can producing even more flour. Although we are getting to the point where the flour mill might run out of capacity. So I will have to take the time out to transport a ton of flour down to the bakery. Which again means the bakery can stay productive. Let's have a look. The bakery still has 52,000 litres. We've got enough here. That's 54,000. So that's over 100,000 litres of flour at the bakery. Which is good, I think I said, for about 3 months. So that would last us August, September, October. And then the rest of the production at the grain mill is probably another 100,000, which would take us to maybe January. And then we'll be out of wheat, out of grain again. It is what it is. Well, that's working nicely. You can fit this with a weight, which I think potentially next series I might get one of these rather than mirror fitted ones and put a weight on it. And we might use a rear tank rather than the this thing initially. If we do that, then I would need a weight to offset to counterbalance the 3-point tank. This thing, I don't need a weight here because it's perfectly balanced. Anyway, so what do we reckon? Maybe 3 more rows? Which will put us down the other end of the field, sadly. Actually, it's not a big transition from where the harvester is currently over to the sorghum field. Sorghum field shouldn't take us too long. It's not a very bulky crop. So I don't think we probably won't get much more than about 40,000 litres from that other field. And then, I haven't looked at the cows lately. They're down to 58,000. Ooh. As I said, we might... I can't see it from here. I would have to go into... We'll be driving past the cow barn. I will take a quick jump out and take a look at that for the robot supplies. May dump maybe 10,000 litres of mineral feed in the barn, so that the robot can top that food level off automatically for maybe an hour or two, but it'll give us a little bit longer to work over the day, and then I can delay buying the maize silage until the bottom end of the day. Tell you what though, this does, once we've done this, this tractor will be free, so I would be able to bale the straw and do the field prep on the wheat field that we just harvested. I don't know. Oh, we're down to 9%. Oh, good grief. I'm pretty sure we've only got one more row and a half. We have more than enough fertilizer to finish off this task. So what I'm going to do is I'll do the short bit. And that worked just right. And then, so that's the spraying done. I may, well, we have a lot of different work with a lot of different tractors. Although our straw needs to be in places where our the maize silage can't be bought from. So I may use this tractor or the John Deere to transport bales, but that does mean it's a long walk down to the store from the BGA. Anyway, last row. And we're down to 395 litres. We've got ample here, he says. I haven't been paying attention to how quickly it's been used, but I figure we'll still have over 200 litres. We've got a lot of herbicide. I think I bought a weeder though. Yeah. I have this hoe because it came up on sale, so it's is that bad? No, that's the wear. So it's in fairly good condition. 41 months old, 38 hours. Not too fussed about that because it's an unpowered piece of equipment, so it doesn't cost a lot to repair. It's just going to be cycling through the repair bay fairly frequently. Oops. But I may look at using that for weed problems this year rather than using a lot of herbicide. We're not going to be able to do a test because one of the things I'm thinking, if I do, excuse me a minute, we need to jump out here. Yeah, there's a lot of silage. There's 30,000 litres. That should give us about 60,000 litres of food. So we'll take all this back to the other yard. And this tractor's now freed up for any work, any other work I've got to do. The slurry tanks will move down to the wheat field. I've got to move the straw off that field before I can get that done. So what I might do a quick rearrange of equipment down here. Squeeze through the gap. Okay, I will put that there. Put that back up the front. I have taken to running around with a weight on the front if I'm not using a piece of equipment that needs the front hitch for anything. So like the sprayer, I need crop sensors, so I'm always going to have the crops. Oh, that sucks. Excuse me while I back off a little, and we'll fill up from the tank. There we go. Okay, probably need to be a little bit further forward before I do that. There we go. Okay, that's now empty. So yes, what was I saying? Yes, so I tend to run around with a weight on the front just because it does help to balance things out, especially when I'm running a grain cart or something like that. Obviously, for a sprayer, I need the crop sensors on. If I'm using a spreader with fertilizer, again, I need the crop sensors. But outside of that, it's just easier to have a weight on the back. The Arian I don't have a weight for, which I probably should think about, especially if it's going to be running around with that fertilizer cart thing. Actually, okay, let's turn that on. We'll drop. Hello, we'll drop that off. Actually, we're going to end up doing a huge switcheroo. And the reason I want to do this is the Fendt has very slightly more horsepower than the Class Arian. And I have been having a couple of issues with the Arian hauling that slurry truck. So, you're connected. You can turn off. Jump in here. Oh, this is annoying. We have to lower the dude at the back in order to disconnect the cart. Oh, that wasn't the plan. Well, I guess that works. So yeah, the small amount of extra horsepower that the Fendt has can make a bit of a difference to slurry spreading capabilities, especially on those middle fields which have quite the incline. So I think I will do better with the Fendt on the slurry truck because it won't suffer from lack of horsepower quite as badly as the Arian does. Like that there. connect that, reselect the tractor, connect that. Okay, you're good. Stick you in drive, turn you off. And then we'll get this dude down to the other farm and connect it up to the baler. But first things first, food for the cows. Let's take care of the immediate concerns, because cows getting down to 0 health, which they do very quickly, is a bad thing. Actually, where am I going? I want to go back here. Now, mineral feed is also very heavy. Oh. I think I can carry 10,000 litres in this truck, but it might be only 8,900 or something ridiculous like that. Oh no, we managed to get all 10. So, take this over here, and that should, at 8 o'clock, kick the robot into action. We do not have a lot of whole crop silage here, but I'm hoping that what we do have is sufficient for now. But this is kind of one of the things of, at least I have the robot here with a small amount of supplies. I can't keep it stocked up with stuff to actually efficiently run efficiently run the robot feeder. However, permanently. So basically, I just, the whole crop silage and everything else, it's just too much, especially with the amount of mineral feed we're buying. That was a very expensive outlay for that. And doing that all year can very badly drain your finances, especially when maize silage and grass silage is significantly cheaper at the store. It just involves running out there and getting it. So effectively what I'm doing there is delaying our need to go to the store and buy food to mix for the cows. We've got the mixer. It's only on lease, but it's there. And it's good enough to be going on with. I'm not even sure I'm going to use up all the whole crop silage that we've got sitting in the fields at the moment. What I may end up doing is putting half of it in the robot feeder just to tide us over for the coming year, and then sell the rest or dump the rest at the BGA to be mixed with slurry, because that increased income, increased digestate production. I'm definitely considering the field opposite the BGA. I might just throw it all in there immediately and not ship it back anywhere. But once I've made the commitment to fill up the robot feeder, then I can't get the bales out of that. Alrighty. do struggle up this hill. I'm not surprised. This is not a big hip pickup, and it is a good sized trailer. But this is a four-wheel drive vehicle, so it's not unrealistic to drive across the field. Okay, let's get you running. So like I said, not too distant to the sorghum field here. Okay, coming up on 8 o'clock. So we've basically done an hour of wheat harvesting, an hour of spraying grass fields. And we're already on to job number 3.